How's it going, guys? Gabe here from RC Cincy, and I just wanted to do a quick little video on my current situation with my FPV drones and vehicles. I had done a previous video where I showed you guys what went wrong by connecting my all-in-one unit to this plug right here. And this is just a light one. This is actually a FPV plug right here. It's the 3-prong one. Some of those are actually made with 3 prongs. I guess it's to turn it on or be able to switch it or something. I can't remember exactly what that third wire is for, but I know it's a positive and negative, and then kind of like an accessory kind of button, or maybe for information or something. But anyways, at the time, I had the 3-cell on there as well, so I didn't know this board should control, the power going to anything anyways, just like the ESC or anything else. So I thought that wouldn't have mattered. I put in a 2-cell. I got this 2-cell. I'm gonna try it again, but with the 2-cell instead. That way, just to make sure that wasn't the issue, I kind of want to eliminate that. I can't find, I had a really nice voltage reader. Excuse me, I wanted to check the voltage on that. That's another way of doing it. Sometimes the boards are marked, like especially like racing quads, or if you buy a certain board, they have like a little diagram or an instruction that kind of basically shows you where positive negatives are, the voltages and what you can connect it with and what kind of power you have. So basically, I want to show you guys real quick. Now, before we get too far into that video, I felt like when I did the review, I honestly didn't give this product an honest. This is what the product is called. You can freeze it, write it down. This thing is absolutely amazing. The quality of picture. This is a $73 drone right here. And most of it's probably the batteries, the controller, and the drone itself. But the camera that's on here is okay. It's not bad. But it seems like, to me at least, this all-in-one FPV camera is better. It has a better antenna for sure. Reception is a big thing. Plus, this is only 25 milliwatts. I don't think it does have to where you can change the channel and some other settings. I don't know what these do yet. I should have looked in the instruction manual to find out exactly what that does. I'm not sure if you can that might be channel and then maybe recording or turning it off and on. I'm not sure. That way it doesn't drain the power of the system if it doesn't need to be ran. If you're flying line of sight, it could be that as well. This has a multi-color at the end, and it tells you when it's bound, when you're ready to take off, when battery's low, when you're in acro mode. So I know that for a fact, but there's other factors that can change this setup. So when I do my in-depth flying and FPV review on that, more in-depth review on it, that's when I'm gonna kind of get into that. But today, I wanted to show you guys, here's my new FPV camera. So all I simply did was, it comes with a female connector. Let me unplug this. I do not like these female connectors. The only good thing this female connector is for is connecting to a bigger, using this adapter and connecting to a bigger battery or another battery if you're gonna put it on a vehicle and it does not have its own power supply or power unit. This is useful. Other than that, any drone or anything that has a plug or is ready for FPV, you want a male, because whatever's on the board is typically a female connector. So this works beautifully. So what I did is I spliced it, connected all the wires together, positive, negative, and negative, and I ran out electrical tape. I just used this tape just because I don't want them to touch while I'm demonstrating. I'm either gonna get some small heat wrapper shrink or something for that. Right now it works just fine, so I made it to where I can use the female if I want to connect a battery with this adapter right here to maybe this battery or whatever battery I want to use, depending on you know, how long I want to do FPV for, what size and what vehicle it's going on. I could use something as small as this battery. It's 150 or 300 something, depending how long I want the video to be and what the purpose of it is or what it's going to be applied for. I know that a lot of these drones, why they actually have these connectors is you want to limit the amount of weight. So if you put this all-in-one unit, which is relatively light, but you add another power source to it, makes the drone heavy, it does not fly well at all, if it'll even fly. So this has 7/16 motor. These are real powerful. Even has a load button, and it even has a connector here for the camera, and it has another one below, right underneath this battery, for maybe the transmitter if you got like not an all-in-one but like a two-piece system. So there's another connector there. Let me make sure you can see it. So what I come to find out is I connected it to this top one. Now both being bare circuit boards, and they do have, you know, copper and metal on them. I have to be careful when placing this on top, make sure they don't touch or make contact. What's good is that black tape. That's double-sided sticky. That's a little bit thicker than this clear stuff right here I have. That's what I honestly need, or like Velcro, like a tiny piece of it. I know folks use rubber bands, and rubber bands are perfectly fine. I have smaller ones as well. You know, the lighter the better. To be honest with you, this 2 connector system, I like it. I'm gonna leave it like this. That way I connect to anything I want. This little connector weighs like nothing, so that's not too much weight factor. But I just wanted to show you. Now this operates on a 300 milliamp battery. It is a high discharge battery. It's 35-70C, 300 milliamp battery. So this has enough punch to power the 7/16 motors all the way around, and obviously a camera. It did work because I tried it earlier, and you can also connect it to this connector, which is basically the same exact connector as that. That's how I knew this is an FPV connector. So it actually even says it in the Bugs manual. I know there were suggestions made that I can solder them. Of course you can solder on any board FPV. Some folks like that. It's a strong connection. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just for my particular needs and moving this unit from different products that I want to test and use and do videos for you guys. It's just this application I need. I plan on buying more of these. Unfortunately, this one is no longer working. It's the same exact model. The only good thing is I could still use this dipole. I could use this connector. If I lose my cap, if the lens gets scratched on the other one, I could slowly unscrew this and get the outer lens. You know, stuff like that. Much more than that, I can't really use anything else for it. And this extra adapter for the other one. What else? And then getting back to kind of quality, it seems like it's really not the quality as much as the reception of this antenna. These antennas aren't that great. I should honestly pop this cap off and see if I can take this dipole off my extra one and kind of somehow solder it or attach it to the VTX, or you know, to somewhere in a transmitter box or somewhere on there, connect it somehow. I think that would be a huge difference. Obviously you could, because this is soldered. Obviously this wire is probably soldered, so you could solder this dipole under. I think that would make a tremendous difference for reception. How you can tell if it's reception is you'll get a clear, nice picture, but you'll see little lines. That is simply, sometimes can be fixed by adjusting the channel, or if it has the capabilities of going to 25 milliwatt to 50 to 200, depending on, you know, if you're obviously racing, you have to use 25 race channels. But you know, if you're by yourself, you could use a higher 250 milliwatt, you know, more power. But unfortunately, this one is only 25 milliwatt. I don't think it's changeable, at least to my knowledge. So that's kind of a bummer. But so what I wanted to do real quick is demonstrate the quality of the cameras and how well this works with this. So all I'm basically gonna do, I don't even have the controller here. I don't plan on flying it. I am gonna do a video with all these products with FPVs. So what I'm gonna first do is get my male connector. I'm gonna line it up, plug it all the way in, nice contact. make sure nothing is touching anything, and then I'm going to turn on the monitor. I did slide this off, so I removed the goggle part off of it. So this is basically a screen, fuzzy because there's nothing being transmitted yet. So the receiver isn't picking anything up. Let's go ahead and plug this in. So let me turn it, let me look at it so I can see where I'm plugging in at where. There we go. Whoops. Let me push it in. There we go. And there it is. There is A. We're running on A, channel 125 milliwatt. A, channel 4, A, 25 milliwatt. 1 bar is 25 milliwatt, 2 bars. Let me show you real quick. On this particular VTX, showing it's channel A, 25 milliwatt, channel 4. So it's channel 4, A, 25 milliwatt, 1 dash. If it's 2 dashes, it's 50. 3 dashes is 200. It's all controllable by a button right here. It is a beautiful, beautiful reception. Clear. The quality is so good for this. Honestly, it's hard to tell looking at it through the camera because you have a picture looking at it. I need to just record a DVR, but it looks spectacular on this screen. I wish you could see the quality. So there's RF, it says A, and then B5. So honestly, you can get it close to a channel, I guess. I picked it up on the 5, which is kind of weird, but hey, whatever works. Now I did notice, these do get a little bit warm. I don't know why, but they do get a little bit warm. These, I don't know if it's the C high discharge rating battery or what, but they do get a little warm every once in a while. I can feel it in my hands. It's not like burning hot, but they do get warm. But it's, as you can tell, it's working perfectly. So let's go ahead and unplug it. There we go. These wires are not touching. They have a little bit of plastic around them temporarily until I could either get electrical tape or shrink wrap or solder and then some kind of wrap around it. They work just fine. I just like having the female and the male. I absolutely love this. This is what it is. It's the B-03 Pro. So, you know, it has a 716 motors, just a really, really amazing drone. I absolutely love this thing. This thing is fast, powerful. The 716s make it just amazing. There actually is a drone that's about 22 bucks that Banggood or GearBest sells that has the Lego guy on top. Those motors actually are 1 notch above these. I think they're the 815s or something like that. They're 1 notch above these. I know typically like the, you know, the Ishin 010 or the Fury Bees are like the 615 or something like that, 615 or something like that. So they're smaller than this. And these are 8mm motors. But getting back to this transmission, now here's the thing. I'm just gonna connect it with the original 7.4 volt 25C battery. I really need to figure out if someone knows, honestly knows that, you know, this is not gonna change by connecting, you know, different cell batteries in here. Obviously, hopefully it's controlled by the board, the amount of power. So what I'm gonna do is drop this in, and before I plug that up, I'm gonna go ahead and take my my connector again, and it can only be plugged in one way. So let me get it in here. And let me quickly just plug it in and see if it lights up. Or let me turn on the screen first, because I want that on so it can be ready to receive. I'll set it right here so we can kind of see it the minute it comes on. And then go ahead and drop this plug in. Let me make sure I got negative on this side. Yep. Sure that's not touching anything. And there you go. There is the Bugs 3 FPV. You see the camera's laying down. It's focusing right on me. Absolutely beautiful picture. So I was correct about what plug it is. Looks perfect. So I'm almost willing to bet. I'm not gonna chance it yet because I am gonna have to do, I am gonna fly this and do all my reviews on like the bullnose props I have, the factory props, the tri blades. I have some Dow blades that are tri. I have a bunch of, I have a 3-cell, upgraded 2-cell, a bunch of other stuff that needs to be reviewed and tested with this before I do FPV on this. I do have new batteries for this one as well. So there's a lot gonna be going on, but I think I'm gonna be pretty much sticking, see what I like about this is, I got my male and my female. I've been plugging this in to connect everything. Go ahead and connect this one real quick. And then just hook it up to my battery. And then I can set it up on any vehicle, you know, pretty much any vehicle. I need to charge my goggles, I've been using them a lot. Pretty much on any vehicle, they're good to go. Work perfectly. I just like the quality of this picture. I wish you guys can see how nice and crisp it is. Like there's no fuzziness. I mean, it just looks so good for a 600 VTX is absolutely phenomenal. For a camera being a 600 is crazy to look this good. I know like the 12s, okay, they look good, 800s or whatever, but for something of this price and this size to look that good, just, you know, is amazing. So I do got a memory card that I'm gonna be running in this. I got a 16 gig that I'm gonna be using for it. I am gonna try to start getting some videos together. I actually flew this just for a few minutes with FPV on the Cyclone, and I really enjoyed it. It was, here, let me go ahead and connect this real quick. I just wanna show you the quality and what I feel like the connection quality almost. Like, there's always, I can't explain it, like, it's not as crisp as a picture. Like, I probably have to search now because it's not on that band. Search. There we go, it's searching. Okay, that's not changing channels. Let's see if this does. I think that's changing channels. So this button changes channels. Come on, let's find a good one for you. No! No opening, no boxes, honey. So I'm over here, and I'm listening to them, and they're deciding, her younger sister is trying to get her to open her birthday present early. I don't know why it's black. Let's auto scan again. So I'm sitting here tinkering with this. Sorry, I'm not talking there for a while. There we go. It's actually a good picture too. I guess it's, the clarity is similar. I honestly thought that was better, but honestly, looking at it again up close, the quality is very, very, very similar. Let's see if we could read something. Yes, the quality is very similar to the other one. I honestly thought for a minute there that the other one was better, but this one is really good as well. And the reception was really good that time. I guess it's a matter of getting it on the proper channel. I kind of understand that. I'm still messing with these buttons and figuring out everything with it. I am going to actually sit down and read the instruction. That's probably the most important and first thing you should do anyways. I've just been crazy busy with everything I got going on. So I'm just happy that I got the Bugs 3 figured out. I can set up FPV camera with that. The only thing is going to be placing it, figuring out where to place it. I really love this light because it's so bright, and it just, I mean, it's one of the brightest lights I've ever seen. And I even thought to pull this plug, there's a plug right here. There, I got it out. There's a plug right here. I even thought running the wire through there and putting the camera right here angled upward like this. So it would be angled upward like that, running it through that hole, the wire, and then having the camera, let me run it. So pretend the wires are right in there. Let me see if it's long enough. That's another thing. I can make it long enough. I could always extend it. But having the camera like angled up a little bit for the pitch, like so, and then the feet should almost clear it. I know you can buy the longer ones. I think it came with it actually. Yes, it did, because it came with the camera mount. So I could actually put the longer feet on there if I need to, or I can hand launch it and just kind of angle this up. And you can reverse, I think you could reverse the picture, right? I'm pretty sure you can flip it, right? Yeah, you can flip. You should be able to flip the picture. I hope so. And that would be cool. Or figuring out a way to mount it on top of this canopy. Now this canopy is like real thin and flimsy. It does snap on pretty well for this particular model. I know you can probably change that to a different style canopy that's like screwed on probably or something, I would imagine. But I wouldn't necessarily want to cut this canopy. Maybe I've seen where you can order like the blue, white, and red one for like, it was like $5.99 for 3 canopies. I actually was gonna buy those canopies. I wouldn't mind like getting one and kind of modding it, and cutting it out, and like kind of having it in the canopy, kind of angled up a little bit, like in the canopy, so just the antenna and just part of the camera sticking out of the canopy. That would be amazing, because then you'd still have the light, and it would light everything in front of you as you're flying, and you could almost night fly. So that would be amazing. I'm just kind of being creative and thinking along with you guys here. And what else? I really, what my vision for the tank is, because I absolutely love this thing. It shoots BBs. This thing is an absolute beast. I mean, it's a monster. I thought about, it's too expensive to get the tracks, plus they probably won't even line up or work for it. But this thing is an absolute beast for the price. I love it. It's powerful, fast, fun to drive. Yeah, I can get the light kit at least for it, which I'm probably gonna do. I have a little bit of touch-up paint here and there where I glued and things have got broken from storage. I gotta touch up a couple spots here and there. Nothing too major, but I like to set it up to where when you're looking down the barrel, kind of, so you can angle and shoot, plus you can adjust it and drive forward, and you can turn and turn and kind of see behind you as well. So it'll be something like this. You know what I mean? That would be amazing. I'm not gonna cut into it or try to hide it, you know, make it look nothing like that. I'm not gonna go that far, but I think that would be cool. And then the Holy Stone Bumblebee 150. That one is literally one of the most perfect candidates for FPV cameras. It is powerful. The only thing is I did not see any way of connecting an FPV system to it, so I'm probably gonna have to find the lightest possible battery because the speed of it is really nice and fun. It's not as fast as the Bugs 3 brushless on a 3-cell, but it's pretty fast. I'd say it's at least, I think 50 is like 30 miles per hour or something like that, roughly 28.9 or 28 or something like that, or 29. But anyways, I figured to do a small cell like this, like a 150, powering it, and considering that the flights are only anywhere from 5 to 8 minutes, if you fly aggressively, speeding around that thing, it's gonna burn a battery up in 6 minutes. It's only a 600 milliamp battery, so I think this would be perfect. And that I saw that the way it connects, I even thought of upgrading its battery to a little bit bigger because it's kind of modular battery, as you may seen in the review, and you can use another battery. The connector is there. That's a common connector. It's just a matter of getting the battery in there and then finding a way to keep it in there, either a piece of